Good morning, all. We are live on a Monday. Market open, big sell off.
Yep.
You want to share the screen?
Shit's going down. Be sure. Is the oh, there we go. Yeah, it's all good. All right, guys. All right, go on. You go first if you want.
No, I don't want.
All right. So, are we live?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Guys, yeah, Abby, it's kicking off basically. It literally kicked off in the last sort of 15 minutes. And it's funny because if in the Telegram group, in the E8 Markets Telegram group, I was saying this today, just be ready. And where is it gone? Basically, here we go. So this is the important thing. So Iran has just come out, right? Literally in the last 15 minutes. You're wondering why stocks are just shitting a brick and why the dollar's strengthening. Let me read it to you. In light of the continuation of the crimes of the Zionist regime in Lebanon and the fact that Lebanon was one of the preconditions for the ceasefire and that the ceasefire has now been violated on all fronts, including Lebanon, the Iranian negotiating team is suspending talks and the exchange of text through mediators. So in nutshell, these guys are walking the hell away from the talks. They're not happy. And I said that this is going to be a possibility. This is what would cause the dollar to break out. This is what would cause stocks to have a correction. I literally said this morning. Now, what does that mean? It means, it's escalation. The guys will escalate anyway. Look at what's happening over the weekend. US and Iran, they're both trading strikes. Like, it's not just the US. They're both doing it. You know, it's both tit for tat. So that's why we're having this breakout. I had a trade this morning, London AM, and I was just like my euro. I said this on our previous stream on Friday. I said, watch this. All we're doing right now, even if you're not a swing trader, watch these areas of liquidity. I broke this down. And this zone is so forceful, this sort of 1650 area, big area of liquidity. This was a fake out here on Friday. Watch us closed and open below today. And I was thinking, I was rubbing my hands together. I literally said in this rundown this morning that watch this sweep of the Asian range. So the Asian range is here. Watch the sweep. As soon as we got this reversal candle, I pretty much entered. And then I had two targets, the Asian range low. And then I had this extreme low to the left there, the Friday lows. Okay. So easy textbook trade. And obviously the fundamentals, the macroeconomics just helped me there. Thank you, Iran, for walking away from the talks. Or no thank you, because it's going to just cause a little bit more hell for everybody. So, and this looks, when I look at Euro here, we're breaking out of this big ass flag. I was saying this as well, like this massive flag, this channel here, this wedge, and now we're getting that big breakout. Dollar's breaking out higher. We're going to go to the higher part of this range here for the Dixie. So, some interesting SHIT going down right now. Abzi.
Oh, yeah. You've done more than I've done. I just got into this whole thing and setting everything up for stream. It's a Monday morning, running really slow, so I haven't set up my charts yet. But
that's all right.
In the chat, hello, Saran, nice to see you again. Bushido, nice to see you again, always. Levi, nice to see you again.
Hey, the lads,
love
the loyalists.
Bar, how's it going? If you're new to our chat, thanks for stopping by and saying hello. Welcome. All right, guys. Miami's crazy. I'll tell you what.
Come on, Abby has to spill some beans. She's just been in Miami for the weekend. She's still there. And you can tell this girl hasn't slept. I can hear it in her voice. What's going on?
I'm running out like 3 hours of sleep. My watch had to tell me this morning that I was subpar on my sleep schedule. It's been really wild. Like it's Miami has kind of a similar effect to when I got into skydiving, where I would just be in a Chipotle after the day was over, getting my first meal, and I'd be looking these people in the face and be like, they have no idea what I've done or seen today. You know, I jumped out of an airplane 13 times and I have to like pretend to be normal.
Oh my gosh.
That was such a big thing. And now I'm just like, you know, on Friday, I hadn't seen or experienced anything. Now it's Monday and I feel like I'm coming back to my hotel, like looking these people in the face, like they have no idea what I just saw. Like I flew an airplane yesterday. There was a rainbow. I flew over the Keys. Like, and when I say I flew it, I literally flew it.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Like obviously the pilot, like the guy was with me, but
amazing.
Yeah, and then today I'm getting on a jet and there's like a lemur there and like
whoa.
Yeah, so I'll definitely get some. I'm trying to get a photo of it for stream, but we'll see.
Nah, this girl is living the life. You're living
Yeah,
like, you're
and then
making
I
me
have a
really
flight
envious
out
right now.
today too. So
What's that? Sorry.
I have a flight out today too.
God, you're a hardcore jet setter.
Oh, it was a $1.2 million plane, not a Cessna.
Wow.
Rashida said, "When private Cessna." No, this is a plane. Let me see if I can pull a quick photo.
Vibes, girls.
Yeah, so life out here is a little different.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, I hear you. I felt that when I was over there as well. I love it. I do like Miami. Oh yeah, that's a vibe.
Yeah, I have no idea what kind of plane that is, but it is a plane.
That's a vibe. I think like just on the Miami topic, and like with that you're experiencing, Abby, the wealth, people making money moves over there, like whole nother level. And I like that. I lived in Dubai for 3 years. I came back to the UK, but I lived in Dubai for 3 years, and it made me level up. My mindset. Here in London, like where I'm at now, I mean, my circle's okay here, but generally speaking, I sort of took my foot off the gas in some sense, because I've outgrown like a lot of people here, a lot of like my circle. Yeah. So that's why I took the leap and went into Dubai and just leveled up. Just there's people making more moves. You're going to make more connections. You're going to rub shoulders with the right people. So I feel like that you get that from Miami as well.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. I never expected this. It makes my whole perception of California, LA, like I don't live in LA, but California and like those type of personalities and stuff, it just makes me look at it and be like, whoa. Okay. So I'm going to pull my screen up real quick. Yeah. Since I haven't started setting up my chart, I'm going to do it with you guys so you can see what I'm looking at. When I first get to a chart, one of the things I'm setting up is point of control. So that point of control is not going to be today's volume, but it's going to be yesterday's volume. And there's the value area high, which will be this mark here. That is like the top area where volume sat yesterday. Then you have POC, point of control, where all the volume mostly was at, and then the value area low. So I typically, unless I feel like it's going to be more in play, which today I just, everything's already happening here. It's already engaging. I don't feel like I need value area high or low. So I'm going to still have that marked, because even though it's been engaged during the open, it still acts as a line in the sand. So that is an 80% setup. If we had got into here, we could have surely taken a trade and found an entry and played it up to this POC level. It's 80% of the time, it always gets engaged at some point during the day. So with that being said, it still holds weight during the trading session. If you're getting price above here, you're getting a, premium pricing versus discount pricing. If we're above or below, you can say, okay, if we're below, we're taking shorts. If we're above, we're taking longs. I don't exclusively trade that, but I use it as confluence with my other strategies, like VWAP, for example. It could be something as simple as, okay, we're still above here. We're going to hold this level and bounce off this VWAP. I'm definitely getting long, stuff like that. So, and then obviously I do have this free indicator that you'll have to go into the settings and like set it up just like that. You can go back on this video, guys, later in the session. I wouldn't worry about setting up the stuff right now. This is just how I like it. But obviously New York, we use yesterday's and overnight VWAP. That's kind of my spiel.
Nice. I'm liking the dark charts. They suit you.
I like it too.
It's clean.
It just matches my dark soul all of a sudden.
It's good.
Oh yeah. Good. Yeah. So
what are you expecting today?
What am I expecting today? Like I said, I haven't looked at the chart, so let's give it a little look.
Structure's still very intact, despite obviously this volatility that we've had on this news. We're still like, look at that. It's what I mean. It's so aggressive. Any dip, it's like the algos are just piling into every dip that we see. It's like,
yeah,
freaking buy.
I'm seeing a lot more people online, like big dogs, like start talking about, like potential pullback soon. So maybe and then also notoriously the market likes to correct when the new Fed takes chair, which is Kevin Warsh. Up soon.
That's a very good point indeed.
Yes. Sorry.
Yeah.
My bad. Okay. All right. So yeah, I mean, obviously we put in some relative equal lows here, which is a weak area of support. At some point we could engage that. I don't know if it's going to be today, but that is something that I will look at, and it holds weight to me. Another one, we have some relative equal lows down here as well. So if this wants to flip, these could be two really generally good targets to start looking at. Let's see, other than that, yeah, I mean, there's quite a bit of imbalances to the downside. So this one's been mitigated already. This one has not. I would hold more weight on something like that. This one's been engaged. You know, we get down here, these are engaged. Yeah, so we could easily, if we want to go higher and tap into here, make a lower high and then start a little sell-off energy, that could be cool. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, that looks good. That looks good. I have I guess a slightly similar view. I think, yeah, that's gonna. I don't know. I'm looking at Nasdaq now, actually, just try and take a look. What do I like the look of? So which level, price area were you looking at? Sorry.
Here, I'll pull it back up. Give me a second, and I'm just drawing it up.
Just while you do that, just someone's asked me, where's my updates gone? My updates. So they're in the YouTube channel now. I'm just going to drop the link there. Oh, it's not allowing me to drop links. And
his YouTube is going to be right down below. I added the @ symbol, so.
No, but the Telegram, there's basically I'm posting these market update videos in the Telegram. So it's t.me. So the Telegram, t.me/E8 funding group.
Oh, you can drop it to the personal thing, and I can drop it into the.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm blocked from sending messages. How dare you?
I didn't do it. I don't have any concept of what's going on in the back end of this.
All right. Oh, wow. Okay, that's good.
There you go. There's that link. And what is that link that I just shared?
So that's the Telegram channel. So that's the E8's Telegram channel.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah, that's where my videos are, and there's other value bits going in there each day. So
jump in. Shadow band. Yeah, I pinned that, so feel free to get in that Telegram, y'all. The levels that I was looking at is just that we have like an imbalance to the left, and I'm saying potential. It could want to come up, engage that, and then work its way down to fill maybe some of the space or these lows or. But yeah, we also could make higher highs. But it's a Monday. Is there news today? Let's check.
No, nothing today.
So no news Monday. Generally, more times than not. Why did I do that? Forex Factory. More times than not, if there's no news on a Monday or Friday, like it'll just pick a direction and go. So a lot of people will think like, oh, Mondays are bad to trade, but sometimes I feel like they're better. Yeah, nothing happening. Do we have news at all this week?
Yeah, it's non-farm payrolls week this week, NFP on Friday. That's a big one.
Yeah, we do not look at these folders, guys. We just look at nope. Why just hello? Oh, okay, because I have to apply the filter. Generally, you just look at the red folders, but these hold a little bit of value, not much. We have GDP, Bailey. Who is Governor Bailey? Who are you?
That's the Bank of England's governor.
Oh, okay, cool.
Governor.
All right, and then ISO, ADP, unemployment. Yeah. I know GDP is like a little bit higher up. Obviously FOMC, like unemployment rate, not so much, or yes?
Not so much unemployment rate. It's really earnings. Like if wages obviously are important because obviously they're the signal things are being potentially inflationary or deflationary. People getting paid more, they're going to typically spend more. If they're getting paid less, they're going to spend less, and that obviously forces fluctuation in inflation levels. So I think just for anyone interested, this I'd say this is a very important non-farm payrolls, and the reason being is like this is the first real sort of major. Well, this is the first jobs report, for the new governor, the new chair, should I say, Kevin Walsh, as Abby noted. So it will be interesting to note ahead of his first decision. We have the first FOMC decision on the 17th of January. So I'll probably drop some value and some game on that ahead of that. So yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of red folder news too on the financial juice, just like about Iran's president trying to ensure Japan ships passage via the Greater East.
Yeah.
Yes, against Zionist crimes, and Iran's agenda completely blocked the Strait of Hormuz. Blah 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 blah. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think everyone should just be mentally prepared. I know I sound like a broken record, but I said it last time. That ceasefire in April was half time. Like, everyone should be mentally prepared that this is going to be a war for a while. Like, and nothing. Yeah. Right now, like, there's obviously Israel, or there's a situation in Lebanon as well. So that obviously, as Iran just said, the whole reason why this ceasefire was intact as well is that Israel would not go and start, conducting their military operations in Lebanon. So Israel are not going to stop. Obviously, Israel have their own agendas. They're not going to stop. So this whole war is just going to escalate. It's going to be this Middle Eastern escalation, unfortunately, which is obviously not good for anybody. So yeah.
I mean, and another thing, I don't know. Something in my mind, I was like, tell me what you think on this. So yeah. Trump has already served a term, right? Mm-hmm. This is his second term. Most presidents get 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
Unless there is a war, then they can't run elections.
Oh.
Something about that. So I was like, if we're in an active war during elections, he doesn't have to get out of office. He gets another term. They put off.
Abby, that is very, very genius thinking. I never thought about that. It didn't cross my mind. Interesting. When's wait, we still got a while. Wait, hold up.
November, right?
No. Trump sat his big ass down in this January last year.
Yeah. But here's the thing. These wars don't just last for a year or two. Sure. They last. Sure. How long was the one in Afghan? It was like 13 years or something crazy.
Yeah. True.
Yeah. So who knows?
It's possible. Yeah, I like that thinking anyway.
I mean, it's just like a thing to think about, We could end up having the great markets of Trump for much longer than we expect. We'll never just get a break, will we?
No. We gonna be used to this. Can I quickly share my thoughts on NASDAQ while you're just quickly? So yeah, obviously this is incredibly bullish. Like, every time we feel like potentially we could have a slowdown. A couple of weeks ago, we had this reversal candlestick. We took out the low of that weekend and just carried on. Every time you think we're going to have this slowdown, we just hold. So it's very important for me when I'm looking at this NASDAQ, and the higher time frame, starting with a higher time frame, is just understanding obviously where we're at in terms of structure and knowing where, where it's being validated as an extreme higher low. A lot of people, so just my thoughts here, I'm just going to move this zone. A lot of people would have been trading this, right? We've got the higher highs, higher lows, so on and so forth. And then what we had was where we had this area of liquidity here. We produced this higher low. This is still being validated as a higher low because then we went to a higher high. So this is our extreme high low to validate structure. As long as this holds, we're all good. But there will be moments when we fake out of that. Now, what I love is, and this is what people should always mentally prepare themselves for when they're placing stops. And I posted something on this before, but where this extreme low is, it's going to be a magnet, because institutions, algos, whoever, it's all, freaking however you want to look at it, are going to be drawn to this area of liquidity because that's the extreme low. So naturally, if we want to continue to the upside, it's very likely, there's a good possibility that we're going to want to take out this liquidity first. And obviously we took that liquidity out, all those stops that would have been placed just below there. Boom, see you later, man. And I love it when I see this shit. It actually turns me on, because it's like, that's just a classic example of taking out that freaking liquidity, then continuing. So I think just always keep that in your minds whenever we produce those sort of levels, those obvious higher lows. Like now, for example, this for me here was a higher low area, and we've just gone and taken out that liquidity, and it could still come lower, to be fair. It could still come lower, but there's a lot of liquidity that would have been snatched here, this higher low area. We were testing that, and then obviously we've already bounced. It's not to say that we can't come lower a little bit more, but I'm just making you aware of that. We've obviously got this gap here as well, where we gap to the upside, and obviously we're being magnetized and flirting around that sort of gap area. Maybe we feel that, come and take out some more stops here, and then go and continue for a higher high. That's my thoughts at the moment. But yeah,
I like it. Yeah. For me, it's just like let's see what happens.
Yeah.
We are alive.
Fair play. Is there we got expecting someone on today?
Yes, we are. By the way,
I know what you're gonna say. Why do you dip?
Why do you just dip and not say anything? You can say something and we'll be like, oh, guys, thank him so much for coming on. Like, you know.
I mean, you know what? There's two things to this, okay? The first thing is that I don't want to interrupt when you guys, in full swing.
That's fine.
And the second thing, listen to this. This is so me. If you know me, you know me. I am that guy that, you go out partying, you go out for drinks, dinner, whatever. I am that guy that disappears. You would not know I'm gone. Everyone's like, where's Ken? Ken left hours ago. God.
So funny.
Silent. Like freaking Harold Houdini.
It's totally fine. Just be like, hey guys, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I got a jet, and then I'm gonna like get right there and be like, yo, all right. There's our guy. He's outie. Like, follow him on socials and stuff. Okay, so there's a question in the chat that I want to come back to. Somebody said they had a doubt on EA Pro. After payout drawdown, will lock the initial balance. Drawdown will be half of our profits. Example, if it's 200K, 5 account, Okay, so if you have a $200,000 account and 20K profit, your first payout that you can request is $10,000, and the $10,000 stays in the account, right? So you get 50% of it out. The next day, if you make 2,000, you now have 12K. You can request 6K, and 6K of it stays in your account, if that makes sense. And it keeps, moving like that, which is great. It sounds fantastic.
Nice. Thanks, Abby.
Daily payouts, because vibes. Hello. Okay. What else?
Someone said, how will the summer holiday affect the market at Real Kenchigbo? Well, obviously the saying is sell in May, go away. People usually start, the big boys on the trading floors and institutions tend to go away. They pack up, they wind up their desks, they wind up portfolios and take obviously trips to Saint-Tropez or, the Turks or whatever. And this time is probably going to be the same. So there's going to be volume's going to go down. They just go down. That's just naturally from like May, June, July, it's going to be dead. That's why, when you look at a lot of portfolios, right? Even some of my own, July, August, September, I guess more so July, August. September's a bit of a funny one, but July, August particularly, and June, are not the best performing months because there's less volume. When we've got less volume in the markets, our strategies become, a little bit inferior, because there's less volume. So when certain moves happen, when liquidity's thin, markets don't move as cleanly. Sometimes moves are exaggerated or exacerbated by that thin liquidity. So am I expecting that to happen this time? Yes, but don't expect moves to not be happening because obviously we've got this situation right now. And we've got a new Fed chair governor. So there's some exciting things going on in the markets that's going to keep movement happening, if that makes sense.
It's a very interesting time to be trading, especially if you're new, because, you got the new Fed. That always changes the market. You have the summer months. That always changes the market. And we have the war stuff going on. So again, guys, don't give up on yourself. Like, this is a lot harder than regular market conditions. But I do think that towards the end of the year, it's going to be a lot different. So if you're learning at this point, hopefully next year or this end of the year is going to be a lot better market conditions.
Wow. Yeah. Guys, agreed. This is really, really picking up some pace now. It's always that thing where I should have left this run longer. But anyway, we're smashing through. I was mentioning this today. There's 3 areas of liquidity for euro dollar: 1650 to 1620, and it's 16, just sub 16, 1590. So this is coming down to challenge that again. Are we going to break through? This is the sort of news now that we've just had today. Just for anyone that's missed it, this is the sort of news now. Where is it? Oh, it's gone. I had it up, but basically Iran have walked away from the table. But this is the sort of news that would force that breakout, but it may be played down. So let's just keep an eye. I think that we're going to need something else for euro to break out. And that breakout is the flip side to the Dixie. You see Dixie's coming up now to the upper part of the range. And we're coming up to this massive gap. See this big gap? We just can't break it at the moment. We need another bit of welly, to force this breakout to do this. We need something else. I don't know what that looks like. In terms of further escalation, that would just be, I don't know. Just talks are just completely off, I guess. They are right now, but I just don't know if markets will just take that with a pinch of salt or not. Let's see. But the way it's going, you'd expect dollar to break out potentially, if their talks just don't carry on, and we join into the next area of liquidity.
Yes. Saran says, is the pro account lasts forever, or is there any timing? Can you specify what you mean? Are you talking about like the promo or the account itself? Where it's been before trying. Okay, so Stephanie, does liquidity mean where it's been before trying to learn terms? Over here, Google searching.
No, it's printing up trading economics.
Liquidity. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know. Do people have different ideas of this? Liquidity for me is like where liquidity sits. Like, no, sorry, phone call. Liquidity could be, up here. There's like liquidity. There's obvious stop losses and take profits at the highs. Down here, there's an imbalance in the market. There's obviously liquidity that got trapped here that the market's going to have to come back down and engage. So liquidity is just like a general term. You can Google it.
Yeah, and like, guys, at the end of the day, without liquidity, there is no markets. Like, liquidity is also is the volume. Like, at the end of the day, it's why when we don't have any volume, you hear the terminology. There's thin liquidity, so there isn't any volume in the market to move the market. Liquidity is also it's market participation. As Abby said, where the stops are sit, potentially you've got stops at, orders at, so on and so forth. But with no liquidity, there's no market. So just see it as like volume, participation in the markets, all that.
Yes. All right. All right. What are you doing here? What is going on? What is that?
Oh, I'll just seeing, checking the news, and yeah, just as I said, US and Iran negotiations, uncertainty. Yeah, I just wonder where this is going to go now. Like, the fact that they've walked away, are Iran going to call violence as well? I told you, it wasn't a weekend for sipping tea, it's a weekend for violence. We said this, and I think now it's just given the green light for this to just carry on. So someone's asking about news. Yeah, sorry, I missed. There is news. It's coming out now. It's ISM manufacturing PMI from the United States. So US isn't a massive manufacturer, but they're trying to be. Their manufacturing is still a decent part of the economy. There are plenty of goods still manufactured in the United States. I know Trump wants to make it the go-to hub, at some point overtake China, which is never going to happen, but he can try. Let's see what his numbers come in at. Manufacturing PMI for the United States, 54.0. So that's good. That's dollar positive as well. It's not going to massively move dollar, but it just helps. Dollar's obviously already moving to the upside. With stronger data, it means that they can get closer towards raising rates, right? If we've got stronger data and the economy's sound, the economy can bear a higher interest rate environment. So look at the rate hike probability. I'm interested in December. This has creeped up again because last week this dropped down to like 40-something%, but now we're at 56% again, which is dollar positive. If we're pricing in more rate hike, the probability of rate hikes going up, that's dollar positive. So always, if anyone here is trading stocks or dollar, more so dollar, right? If you're trading dollar related, keep an eye on this rate hike pricing, this probability here. Because if you see this rising, dollar's going to rise, okay? Dollar's going to be rising. It makes sense for you. higher rates means is dollar positive. So generally speaking. Oh yeah. Wow, really going for it. Really going for this gap area again. I just wonder what's going to happen. If this break, I will just eventually what will happen here is, as we were saying before, like this is where a SH lighted. Can I say SHIT or not? Are we supposed to not swear on these streams? I just never know.
No one's told us what we can and cannot say.
I just wonder about the algorithm, whether it dislikes that. So
I'll
avoid it.
Like,
I like saying
the YouTube stream, because if we get enough likes, it'll push us up in the algorithm, so we can swear more.
I will. I might get a swear jar. That might tempt me to be shut up more. So anyway, I think there's going to be a lot of stops here. So eventually, if this does break, guys, big trigger to the upside, big erect candlestick for the Dixie, smashing through, and then just open up the gateway to the heavens. Basically, we're going to be breaking out. It's crazy how I just still can't get over this price action for the dollar. You know, it's insane from April. Look at that. It's nuts. It's nuts. But maybe this is the breakout. Let's see. Yeah, Baba.
I mean, I still think we have room to the upside because we didn't fill that balance. We're just creating higher
facts.
Back to Saran's question. Saran, the account lasts forever. So, you know, as long as you don't blow it, the account lasts forever. But yeah, you can also find all of this in the FAQs. So get in there.
Yeah. If I was you, what you should do, guys, you know, like FAQs sometimes, I mean, the FAQs on E8 are super, super clean and easy to understand. But if it's obviously English might not be obviously everybody's first language. But you know what I do? If any type, whenever I see any FAQs or like terms and conditions with anything, now I generally put it into ChatGPT and say, just turn this into an ultimate cheat sheet for me, and it'll help you, you know, so easy, light work.
Literally what I do too.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand any of this. I don't want to sit here and read it. So chat, tell me what's up. Tell me what I know. How do I pass? How do I fail? What do I avoid doing?
That's it. There we go. God, this was actually a really easy trade. I missed this on gold, but obviously I was happy with euro. But this, again, this big area of liquidity, there wasn't anything to forcefully cause a breakout for gold. And we just came up, reversal, candlestick, exhaustion, candlestick, closure below, bearish closure there, rejection, and then fuel. Really nice. So gold still looks bearish. Been saying it for a while. We're just waiting for this, you know, this consolidation breakout, and then downside. Yeah. Yeah. Anything else going on your side, Abby?
No. No.
Quite start. Just another manic Monday.
Right. About to have I just made a double shot of espresso. I'm about to have 2 more. They're so good.
You pausing on the Red Bulls now? Have a little break or?
No. Okay. So I had to operate pretty much solely on Red Bulls and coffee. I think one day I had 3 shots of espresso and 2 Red Bulls.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Like I was lacking, but it was crazy.
God, oh my goodness, my heart, I can feel it already. No. Danger.
Yeah, like they told me we're gonna be filming till like 3-4 a.m. and I was like, ugh.
I think I'd be put into an asylum if I had that much caffeine. God help me. Honestly. I do wonder sometimes, you know, like certain things. Actually, I'm just not gonna. Anyway, I just wonder, like sometimes, you know, like for me, if like someone was to like evaluate me, you know, there's times that I'm just like crazy. If someone is evaluating me, would they class me as like medically insane or like clinically insane, however the terminology is? You know, like, but it's like creative insanity. I don't know. It's just weird.
Yeah.
I just got so much energy sometimes. I just don't know what to do with it.
Yeah, there's people I hear that just like don't. Angel also said, "Get yourself a Red Bull."
Should I get one on stream? Should I chug? Chug?
Do it. You do it. Yeah.
Oh, God. Right. Guys, we're lacking today. Where is everybody? 21 viewers. Come on.
It's a Monday. Yeah, shoot us a like. I do have to. I just realized I have no idea what time checkout is, and I need to extend my checkout.
Oh, You get them knocking on your door soon. You better call them up.
Like,
Zero.
Hey, guys, not even packed yet. Thanks.
Yeah, I think you should give them a shout. It's usually 10:30. Is it 10 a.m. over there? What's the
Right
time?
now it's 10 a.m., but I don't know what time checkout is.
Yeah, it's usually like 10. Yeah, you should check that out.
Maybe I can use chat. Nah, we don't like to waste chat's energy on stupid questions. We can just Google it.
Yeah. How are you doing? Yeah, guys, by the way, as well, I believe if you check your inboxes, anyone that's receives information from E8, there's actually on YouTube. If you check the E8 YouTube channel, there's obviously a video explaining. See this chap here, Joel. He did a video explaining the E8 Pro as well, so you can check that out. You know, just if you find it easier to listen to something, which personally I do, I like watching and listening sometimes in comparison to reading. So you can check that out as well. It sort of explains all the rules and requirements around the E8 Pro. Check that YouTube channel out. Graphics are really nice on this, really clean. Okay.
12, which is perfect.
Oh, nice. Oh, you're blessed.
Bless.
Really nice. What else we got going on? Not much else, really.
What's happening in the chat? Abby, get some proper sleep. Red Bulls are so bad for you. I'm mumming you. Thanks, Mom.
Oh, yeah, they are bad.
Maverick said, I'm not buying the new Pro. Don't like the payout caps. There is no payout caps. That's the point. There's no consistency, no payout caps, no nothing.
Yeah.
Daily payouts, all that jazz.
Yeah, brother.
I don't know what you're saying, Maverick.
Daily payouts as well, bro.
Oh, yeah. I think you might be mistaken, like the signature accounts or something.
Yeah.
Because the signature accounts have like a 2250 or 2500 payout cap. But when you're copy trading, you know, well, I'm talking about 100K accounts. When you're copy trading, you know, you're taking like 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, like 13K. Are you really making money like that? Let's be honest. You know.
Yep.
13K every week and a half, 2 weeks is not bad if you're consistent. There is, look at the FAQ, can request over 2% of payout cap. Oh, I don't know what you guys are looking at. 1 second. Let's see if we can clarify.
Yeah, really nice sweeps. So everybody else, anyone else looking at anything today or active within any trades right now? Anything at all? I'll be interested to pull up the chart, see what you're looking at.
I might look for a little scalp. Let's see. Like, we're coming back up to this area. Let's see if we break New York. See, this is the day that I'm just like, why do we do that? We leave these right here. We don't take that lows, which is a weak spot of resistance. And we broke both sides of this range. Why are we doing that? I want to kind of set up like a 30-minute. That's a 30-minute range too. Well, I guess like that's a 30-minute. Huh. Let's see. You said you were bullish today?
Bullish in stocks?
Yeah.
No, I think we're going to come. Just looking past those lows of Friday, just looking past that, where we're going to potentially come down to. I feel like this is going to come down. I feel like it's going to come down. Close that gap. Oh, we're closing that gap at the moment on the 4-hour. I don't know why we get. This is what I mean. Markets are crazy. Like stocks gapped higher. Nasdaq gapped higher on Sunday. Like after those strikes back and forth, they're like, F it. You know,
Let's just do the opposite of what everybody expects so that we can.
Yeah, it's insane. But I don't know.
Daily profit cap is 2%, but you can make 5 times 2% and then request it. No payout cap. If that makes sense.
Oh, it's really going off in the chat with the new pro.
Right.
Yeah, read FAQs. I'm daily profit cap.
Okay, so you understand what a payout is versus like a daily profit cap. Like a profit cap versus a payout cap. 2 different things.
Yeah.
How much profit you can make versus how much of the payout. So you can make, like, listen, let's be honest. You're going to open an account, 100K account, and you're going to make like $2,000 every single day. What are you trying to make? 3,000, 4,000? Like, probably not. Right? So why don't you just trade the accounts and enjoy your no payout cap? Once you build up the account and you're consistent with it and you're not just slinging these accounts, you know, if you're actually a good trader and you're consistent, at the end of the cycle, you can have whatever it is, no payout cap. So if being capped like in one of the normal accounts, like a signature account, I think the cap, unless you have consistent payouts, then you're up to 5K on your payouts.
Yeah.
If you just take the first payout, it's like $20-something $100 per account. You copy trade 5 accounts. So technically speaking, if you build your account to $30,000, which you could do if you make $2,000 for 15 days, you can take half of that out. 15K. That's a lot of money. I don't foresee. Show me that you can do that, and then we have something to talk about. Otherwise, get in the FAQs or find another.
Yeah. Here, listen to this, right? This is the thing. This is why this industry does my head in. Guys, you can clip this, right? Someone clip this. But no, in all seriousness, listen, a 2%, right? 2% daily profit and loss cap. 2%. If you're in this game for the long run and you actually want to be a portfolio manager, right? If that's what you want to do, or if you want to gamble, fine, do this and go to the casino. Which I don't give a shit. But 2% loss is a lot. A 2% gain is a lot relative to what institutions who actually consistently make money from these markets make. Like 2% in a day is a lot. So it's not the case that E8 or whichever prop firm decides to cap. All right, there's some that have shady practices, fine, but I know the E8 doesn't. But 2%, like you being capped, is for your own benefit, because I put out a poll recently in the Telegram group, and I've asked people, what's the single biggest cost in trading for you this year so far? The number one thing so far, the vote is over freaking trading. So that 2% cap is for your best interest, my man, because the odds show and the data freaking shows, I've seen it across thousands of fucking accounts, how many people give back that 2% they would make. So if anything, you're being done a favor.
I agree.
You know,
there's times that I should have blown an account, but I didn't, because it stopped me from blowing the entire amount in the day. And then it just gave me time to like cool down and come back the next day and be like, oh, okay. It's not that serious. I can dig myself out of this hole, you know. It's helpful for your benefits.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
I'm just interested in that SM5 that was saying not mummy and youth to Abby. Get your friends in here, girl, if you're a girl. I think we need some more ladies in this chat, you know.
Yeah, we
need some more girls in here. Yeah, guys, by the way, if you do enjoy these streams, because I don't ever want to just sit here thinking, why am I here just talking to myself or talking to Abby? No, I'm joking. I would love to talk to Abby all day, every day. But it'd be great to get more people in here. That's what's going to incentivize us and obviously E8 to keep doing these streams. So guys, share it with your trading community. That would be really appreciated. You know.
If you have a Discord, drop it in there. If you don't, send it to your mom.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah. It's a sausage party in here. There's some girls. Where are the girls at? If you're a girl and you're a trader in the chat, show me. Show me. Support. I want to hear from the ladies.
Yeah, I think this it's a bit of a big range for me. Like I could, if I look at this as the structure for NASDAQ, we've obviously got high, low. This is obviously premium up here, high. I think this is a big range for me. This is looking at NASDAQ, by the way, CFDs, obviously slightly different pricing, but from, for around 30,160 up towards 30,260, about 100-point range. This is the extreme high low. All of this is extreme high low area. So it is very possible, we keep an eye that obviously we're filling this gap here where we gapped higher. It's very possible that we could come down and take all these stops still, take these stops, and then we go to the upside. But yeah, I wouldn't be banking on the fact that buying come into play at the moment, especially with this current 4-hour here, the way we're shaping up. I'd just be very cautious. I think we want to try and test this area a little bit more, come deeper within, take some stops, and then potentially look at some buys, in my opinion.
Yep. Somebody's asking, can we trade immediately after the E8 Pro withdrawals? Once the payout is approved, it only takes a few hours. Yes, you can trade.
Abby, just from your point of view as well, right? Where would you classify, like, because really and truly, where we're at right now, right? If we look at this 4-hour, we've got this high. Would you think if we could come down even here, this could still be a higher low? If we came down like 30K, like down here.
Let me see. Let me switch it over.
Yeah.
I'm kind of I used to rush into like all my trades. I would be like, oh, like I gotta get in here right now and short this. But what stops me from feeling confident in getting short right here is just because we do have this area where we could easily make a lower high and fill that area before we come back down. And who's to say that we don't need more liquidity before we sell off? So that's kind of like one thing I'm waiting to see. I'm not going to rush the trade. If I get in short, and it wants to Donald Trump me. Isn't there a term called like getting Trumped or something? Or like somebody got like, how do you say it? Like
You got cooked? I don't know.
Trump. Like people say that as like a verb, I'm pretty sure, for like decades. Anyways. So yeah, I mean, I'm not rushing into anything right now, but we could easily still just come into this area and come back down, and we are making a lower high from all-time highs. So that's something that's kind of like if I just got short right now and hoped that we didn't get a push up into this area, like there's a ton of support right here. You got all-time opening range high, overnight VWAP, hive, whatever VWAP, yesterday's VWAP. It's all sitting right there, and it could just be good support. But I'm just not super convinced on jumping right in right now. No, these arrows are really annoying. How do you do that little drawing thing that you do?
The little drawing. So to the left, can you see the paintbrush? Oh wait, this one. See this one? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down. I don't know what your default is. Oh, there you go. Yeah, brush. Oh wait, sorry. I was looking at the screen as if it's yours. Yeah, it's this one. This one.
No, right. You're guiding this. Perfect.
Yeah. So.
Cool.
Yeah, man.
No, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 down, and you shall see this.
Oh, okay, I found it.
Someone said, yes, looks like a big ass bearish flag here for euro dollar. Someone said, Loki, sorry, I saw your comment earlier and I forgot to come back to you. You're talking about gold. Look, Euro could come all the way down anyway. You said you missed the gold shorts, but you're going to wait for the pullback later in the week. Yeah, I think where we're at right now, we're probably going to challenge these lows of last week here. It's very likely that we're going to retreat there. And then maybe we pull in again. And then we look for some sell. But yeah, either way, I wouldn't be jumping in right now. You know, this is still the range. This is bar this fake out here. This was a classic fake out last week. We put it on the daily. Look, just stop hunting from that range. Stop hunting. So we're back in that range. We're challenging the lower part of the range again. We're going to come down, and I will just be waiting for the selling to come to be over, and then pull back, as you say, and then look for a selling for resumption to the downside. I was going to mention something as well. It just slipped my mind. I forgot.
Yeah, Maverick, just stop. Shut up. Like, just stop. Like, if you have a problem with the rules of it or the type of account or whatever, like, you don't have to trade it.
Yeah.
If you could trade.
Crazy dude.
Veto on this. If you really could trade, it's not an issue. If you trade Forex and you don't have an issue with trading and you don't have an issue getting payouts, you're not going to care. Like, you are just way too much up in the rules. That's probably because you can't even abide by the rules in the first place, and you need the leniency to be able to take a payout. You're swinging them. Like, if you've got a problem with how it's promoted, then soak it in. But we're done with this conversation. Jesus. So much negativity. It is a Monday morning.
Yeah.
We're just out here trying to make money. Like, we don't need this. Go somewhere else. Hit up support.
Yeah, agreed.
Anyways, if you want no payout caps, according to your definition, go trade the E81 account. Record payouts $216,000, but I don't see you making that. So, Jesus. Says being disrespectful. You don't know disrespect. You're sitting here. We're trying to help you and be like, pull up to a live stream. We're trying to live trade. We're trying to help people make money and learn. And we got this nonsense in the chat. So chill. Thank you.
I give up. Maverick, relax now, bro. Come on. Oh!
This is how Ken trades, yeah?
Oh my God. Yeah, this is my brain.
Have you ever seen the way he pulls up on those charts? Look at that. No, it's funny. I just had to try it out. I really like the blue too. It's a vibe.
Yeah, you know what? Dylan actually put me onto this blue. Yeah, this sort of blue, because my straight up black wasn't great, but this blue, like a little bit of blue, was nice. It's a nice suggestion, actually. I like it. It's clean. I'm not sure about my yellow boxes. I don't know why I do yellow boxes. They're really ugly. So I might really change up the boxes, my demand zones, supply zones. Yeah. Someone said, Ken, do you have any body tats or just arms? No, I have body. I have some of my legs, some of my torso. Well, my torso is covered, but not my back. Trying to get a little tatted back.
Really? You don't strike me as the type, to be honest.
What's that?
I said, you don't strike me as the type, to be honest.
Yeah, I went through a phase when I was younger. Like,
yeah, so did I.
I went through
and the worst part about it is back when we were younger, the tattoo artists weren't like good.
Yeah.
At least mine. He said, you think it's cool by telling people to shut up. I'm sorry. That was mean. I take it back. I apologize. So I came here for the first time today, hoping to clarify. It was immediate. Oh, I really am sorry. Okay. No, it's just that, we come on this live stream and we're here to help people live trade, learn live trading. If you wanted to get into the accounts, you could have just read the FAQs. They're there for a reason. Somebody spent a lot of time to write those rules out so people could go in and read them and understand what they were purchasing, right? So I can't speak on the fact that you don't like the rules. That's not up to me. But we don't need to waste time and waste people's energy when people are coming here for real value. We don't need to sit in the chat and try to explain the FAQs because somebody's just not too lazy to read them. That's all. So we're done with the FAQ questions. If you guys go get in there, Maverick, and read the FAQs. If you then have questions, let's talk about it. But right now, it just seems to me that you didn't take the time to read any of it. So, all right.
Yeah, fair. Maverick,
go read into the one accounts. Maybe you'll find something you like better there. And if not, hey, there is different prop firms in the space. Maybe in months or years, who knows, we could have other accounts too. You just don't know. So anyways.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway. Maverick, where are you from anyway? Why don't we change the subject? We started off on the wrong foot here. Where are you based anyway in this beautiful world? By the way, look, we were talking about Head and Shoulders on Friday. Gave a little tutorial about Head and Shoulders. We had one here for Euro on this 30-minute left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, and a break of that neckline support. Big selling coming into play there. I mean, there's multiple confluences for this short anyway. I only just spotted this Head and Shoulders just now, to be fair. We've got a retest to 1620. I mean, I personally wouldn't be jumping in now. Obviously, this time it's out of my window now as well. Are you from the UK? Okay, awesome. Whereabouts in the UK are you from? So yeah, anyway, this just looks bearish. I think now, guys, for me, tomorrow, same sort of play. If we get this extension to the downside for Euro, it'd be great to see like a pullback during Asia. And then potentially looking for this sweep of liquidity again. You know, maybe we see like a pullback like this overnight. I'll be looking for that sweep of liquidity and continuation to the downside. So for me to get back into shorts for Euro personally. Yeah, Babby. Nice bearish flag breakout.
What's Babby?
Babby. Just like Bab. Right. It's like, you know, when you call someone, you like babe, or, you know, like instead of babe, it's like Bab. You're at Bab.
Oh, okay. Okay. I get
to get more clarity. Yeah, you could do that. You could jump on a chat. The guys there are very friendly and very patient. So, yeah.
Maverick's from UK.
Yeah, he's a UK man. Dem. I asked him where, but he didn't ask. No, didn't answer.
Oh no, he's from UK. He just said.
Yeah, I just wondered where in the UK, United Kingdom, because he could be based in England, he could be in Scotland, he could be in Wales, from Ireland. UK is big. Well, big enough.
Okay, there you go, Maverick. Thank you. He raised it.
Come to Dubai.
Get clarity. See, that's what I would do. Yeah, they'll be able to answer all your questions, and they're very quick. Support just pulls up, and they're like, "Hey, like, you know how you go on Top Step, and they're like, we'll respond within 72 hours." No, they respond pretty quickly, and they're really nice people, and you know
they are good. They are very good people.
Yeah, they're very nice. They really do. Like before I was here doing the stream with the company, I had already, you know, talked to support about different concerns, and they were super thorough. And I was used to Top Step. Trying to talk to Top Step and their support is the worst experience ever. They're so mean, they're rude, they shut you down, they don't care, they don't answer your questions. It'll take them 72 hours to get one, and then they'll just shut down the chat. And without even really getting to the source, it's like, dude, what the? Those chats got me like crashing out.
Yeah.
Oh, volume. Where are you? Yeah, this is like, I just want to see something happen. You know, I feel like the mornings have been so brutal recently.
Yeah, what are you looking at?
I'm just looking at the chart in general.
Money.
9:30, 10:30.
10:30. What do you do like with the rest of your days out of interest? So, because for you, right, first thing, typically speaking, you're looking for your trades in the morning, right? It's early for you when you're in LA or over that side. What do you do after? What's your typical, what happens after for Abby?
Well, we like to hike and dive and do different things.
Love that.
That stuff. Okay, we got Drew in here. I'm gonna add him in. Ken,
Okay.
please don't just disappear. Say goodbye if you want to leave.
I will. I shall. I will.
All right. Drew, what's going on? How are you?
How are you doing today?
Amazing.
Hey, Drew.
Amazing. Yeah, Ken likes to sneak out. So I told him, I was like, just interrupt. If we're talking, like, you got to go. Like, let us know. Flips out, and he's like, Irish goodbye. He's so European over there. He's Irish.
Irish goodbye.
Yeah.
UK goodbye.
Yeah.
He just turns off his camera, and then like 20 minutes later, he shuts it off. Hey!
Wait. No, guys, my camera has actually just died. Funny. Oh, no,
it happened right when I said it too.
No, I'm actually just changing the battery now. That is hilarious.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, guys, say hi in the chat. Levi says hello, Drew.
Hey guys.
Yeah, guys. So if it's your first time today, Maverick, it's your first time today, you can get a lot of solid information from Drew. We actually decided to have him on again because Friday was so good and it was just like so much information that we're like, we got more that we can get from this. Everybody had so many questions, so we're just gonna like,
oh, nice, love that.
Run it back. What'd you get into this weekend?
So, as far as trades?
Oh yeah, sure. Here, I'll throw you up and you can go over some trades. Did you trade Sunday night?
Not overnight, no. It's against my rules actually. Otherwise you don't get as much sleep. So really we've played this little range today over here on this left screen. We're looking for longs here over and over and over. And we took profit and then we'd have a runner that gets stopped. So that's kind of been what we've done today. Over on NQ side, we were able to catch some shorts. Did it just on evals. Usually what I share, it's just all copy traded funded accounts. And so it wasn't everything I wanted. But for the evals, we'll take a little bit less solid setup. So we ended up catching about 100, 120 points or so on that NQ side over here from this short here. And this actually worked out beautifully right down to, that was our full target, was this double bottom and the bottom of our opener. So that's what we did today. Have you guys done today?
Chart looks insane.
Yeah, it's insane, man.
Let me clean this up a bit. Yeah,
somebody said the spiderweb chart of Drew.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I like to have a lot of things here, so there we go. A little cleaner.
Some of us are divergent and some of us are not.
Yeah, I need all of the things, little ADHD going on here.
Oh yeah.
Yep, same here, my man.
Valid. Yeah, we Ken is the best artist on live stream right now. I'll go to his chart and there's all these little things that just looks like I won't say it, but the male parts.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. What do you use, Ken?
So, in terms of trading,
yes, sir.
So for me, I'm typically looking at market structure. So see where we're at in terms of structure. I trade, like in terms of my intraday plays, a lot of it I'm looking for liquidity sweeps, Asian range, as I'm sure you're familiar with, Asian range, looking for the sweep at a high, and then continuations to the downside. But I'm also looking at, big areas of liquidity, like for example, now I trade Forex, so it's my bread and butter. So obviously I had this area of liquidity marked up. I knew we had like a fake out here, just sort of classic stop hunting, coming into retest, and then I'm just looking for rejections in these key areas, basically. As simple as that one, man. Nothing overcomplicated. But yeah, largely looking at seeing where we're at in terms of structure. Lower highs, lower lows, all that good stuff.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, my man.
Drew, have you taken anything today?
Yeah, just some of these longs over here on MES.
Are you primarily trading MES today? Or are you?
So we've done both MNQ and MES. So we actually had this setup over here on the right chart. That's our NQ side. Left side is ES side. We actually had this setup over here on NQ that I liked, and so we took that short. I believe it was from about 440. So Yeah, it was from about 440, and we rode that guy down from 444 down to 329. So not a bad one there. So we rode that down on M&Q. And then over on the ES side, that's when we started looking for longs. I liked that structure a little bit better on ES for the longs compared to NQ. It was holding a fib. We like to use fibs. And then we have our opening range, and it was holding the kind of the mid of that opening range.
What do you do with the fib, Drew? Sorry, where are you looking for? What levels are you looking at in the fib?
So with fibs here, let's just do it here on this left-hand chart. So what I'll do is I'll anchor it from the bottom on this here up to this high. And what I'm looking for is usually it to come to between halfway back and that 618 if I'm being a little bit more aggressive with the entries for longs. And so just kind of the standard golden pocket, that's exactly where we were on this. For that, I'd be looking for it to come up. Right here's a point of control, so I'd be looking for it to come up and test that. I was also looking at Bookmap and where we had just sitting orders, and then I was trailing up. And so once we broke over our session point of control, I was fine with it, and I'd move my stops up to break even, and I was targeting all the way up to the 7,600 if we made it there. That's like the ultimate key. Obviously, it didn't happen. A lot of times it doesn't happen, right? But we can get that reversal back up. Along with that, I like to do a counter draw. So we're looking at the long draw here. We come into the golden pocket, and we're looking for it to move up towards this 200 EMA, towards our extension of the fib. But when we draw up our short draw here, so I'll go from just this most recent high down to the low here. When we draw this guy up, what I'm looking for it to do is come back to that golden pocket. It's just playing ping pong, right? So I'm looking to come into the short draw, because if that catches, then we're going to see downside. And so even though we're looking for a long, it's an anticipation for it to either break up and out of this prior high here, kind of like what you're looking to break over this prior high, which we didn't do. And that kind of tells me, hey, we're most likely going back down or chopping in this range. But
nice
short draw, we came right into this golden pocket of the short draw. And now we're working our way back down. This could go down. If this hit its ultimate PT, it'd be about 568, 570 area. We do have our at 572. I take Globex open through the whole overnight of the prior day. So it's from, I guess that would be Thursday night till close on Friday, would be our prior low. And just like our prior high is up here at 76.11. And so that's kind of what I'm looking at. I like to look at both the long and the short. It keeps you unbiased. I look for pullbacks into kind of that golden pocket of both sides. And PTs use order flow. We had support here, and we see that now, but we saw that on order flow also. It made sense on the long draw. If we look over to NQ over here, nice double bottom, right? I think a lot of people, they'll play double bottoms. Triples are amazing. But we had that structure over on NQ where we could have played along there with a tight stop loss, maybe give it a 10 or 15 point stop loss of break of that prior low. So we didn't take it on NQ. I didn't like how sporadic it was looking. I liked that ES had more strength, at least from what I was seeing on Bookmap. And so that's why we took that over on ES. And then again, it's copy traded funded accounts. I'll be safer with those right now in these conditions. If we get back to, let's say, how things were 4 or 5 months ago, I'd be playing NQ all day long. But right now, it's MES for me.
Yeah. With this, would you say, like, for your own with this own approach, what's better suited for this, like ranging markets or trending? Would you say?
I love ranging markets. I love it. Absolutely love it.
Yeah.
I like reversals a lot. To a fault, and that comes from, I believe, selling credit spreads. And so I love reversals. I like, picking the tops is very expensive. And so I try to do it. Picking the tops and bottoms can kill you. But for my strategy and where I absolutely thrive is when we get ranges, when we catch reversals. Now, not to say that trends, you can't make a lot of money, but what tends to happen with how I'm running this is I'll get stopped out on that trend. And that's something I'm, working on personally, is holding things longer. I do that with my brokerage account where I'll enter a trade, maybe, it's one little micro here, but I'll set 100-point stop loss and say a 500-point TP. You can hold that throughout the days, and stuff like that.
True.
that works. It's building patience. It's the thing I work on. I think, the other thing is it's the mentality of all this. You have to know your weaknesses. For me, I want in and out quick. And, I used to trade in Q because I want in and out. Now I'm being more patient with MBS, MNQ. I'll sit in for 30 minutes. And you just think about it. It's like, this isn't using mental capital. It's safer. Just let the thing breathe and go. And it's more relaxing. It's more fun, instead of getting your heart rate up. You watch your heart rate when you trade, higher than sitting.
Yeah, I bought a heart rate monitor. It actually slows. My heart rate slows.
When you trade?
Because I stopped breathing. You guys think I'm joking. I fully bought one and I put it on my finger as I was trading, and I expected that my heart rate was gonna go off. But when you trade, one of the things that most people have in common is that they actually stop breathing.
Wow, interesting.
If you don't breathe, you can't control your emotions. And so now for a long time, I'd have to get in a trade, and then I'd catch myself not breathing, and I'd have to breathe. Yeah, it's very interesting.
Have you ever, what do they call it? I believe it's box breathing. Have you ever heard of that?
Where you in for 4 seconds, hold for 6, and out for 9.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Do that.
Or you breathe all the way in, and then at the top your inhale through your nose, you breathe another one really hard. That resets your nervous system.
Yep.
Or you have 2 to 5 minutes, Wim Hof it up. Yeah, I do lots of breathing stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say that's another thing. Just learning how to regulate your nervous system. If this triggers that, gives you any sort of response.
It's only your chart that triggers that. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, I actually love it. I understand it. I think, like we were talking about last week, you're either all understanding of the crazy charts, or you really like your chart simple. And I feel like I only simplify mine because of the people on stream. I'm scared to scare them away.
Yeah. I used to do that a lot. And I think, the big thing is you need a reason to have something on your chart. You don't want to just have a ton of indicators just for no reason, or lines drawn. But there's a reason for everything on the chart. And so, it takes a little while for everybody to understand each of those things. So if we say, okay, what are these numbers here on my chart? And we'll say, okay, this right here is my opening range. So I run just a 30-second opening range. It's that first 30-second candle over here. I'll also run a 15-minute, but I'll have a couple different opening ranges that I like to look at. The first hour imbalance or initial balance, I like to look at too. But this is the first 30 seconds, and I like to see how that, holds everything together. It works pretty well for me, where a lot of times we'll respect the lower end of it or even the top end of this quite often. And so, okay, that's one thing on the chart. Why is that there? It matters. That's one thing. We've got lines. So we have our 200 EMA. That matters, And so if we add 1 or 2 little things a day and explain why they matter, then it doesn't look so overwhelming. Otherwise, you just look at it and it's like, what is going on here? It looks like a horrible art project.
Yeah. And when you're first starting out, one strategy is the best. But as you start to learn and grow in trading, I think having multiple, especially when the markets are changing so much, sometimes VWAPs don't work, or sometimes, the fib thing doesn't work. Having multiple helps later on, but you don't want to overcomplicate it. You just want to know that they're there if you need them.
Yep.
So let's see. One, you have a little bit of feedback on your mic. I don't know if you're different or something, but
I'm hearing it. Let me try something real quick.
All right.
Yeah. And while you sort that out, there are people asking about. Sorry, go Ken.
I was going. This is my time. I need to disappear. Sorry, guys.
All right. Thank you for telling us, guys. You can find all Ken's information in the description of the video. All of his socials, everything. He is big macro guy. A lot of times he's our co-host, so follow him and do things and bother him and comment on the posts and yeah, all that.
All right, that's enough of an outro, Abby. Thank you. All right, see you guys. Enjoy. I'll catch you in a bit. Peace out, Drew.
Hey, thank you.
All right.
All right. Let's see how this is. This is off the webcam. Does it sound okay or?
Right now it does.
Okay, we'll rock it then.
Okay, cool. All right. There are some people in the chat that are asking about the giveaway, so I did promise I'll double down on the giveaway today. And the way that you get into that is just by joining the Discord. One, join our Discord because we post about the live stream. We post about different promos and things that are exclusive to the Discord. So feel free to jump on that Discord. That's the E8 Discord. Later on today, when I do the giveaways, I'm going to do them through mine because we're just having some technical issues and mine's already set up. So join both and, we'll get that going for you guys later. It'll be random, so just stay tuned. All right. So did you say that you had a list of things that you were like wanting to kind of go over specifically?
Yeah, I mean, I think if we just go over fibs today, we could do that real quick. And, I'm not sure everybody's exposure to fibs, what anybody knows about them or how they work. So we can look at that. You can use them on any instrument, absolutely anything. You can use them on stocks. You can use them on metals, anything, futures, everything. It respects it pretty well, at least from what I've seen on any time frame. So let's do this. I'm going to keep the trading going on the left side. So if I take anything or see anything, we'll take it on this left chart. This right one we can play with and just do fibs.
Perfect. I love that. Yeah, if we can catch like a sick trade on live too, I'm sure people would love that. We can try to call it out. I
would love that. So right now we're honestly sitting kind of in my chop zone.
Yeah.
So
same.
I would like to see, honestly, so what I'm looking at here anyway is NQ is definitely stronger, right? So NQ's just kind of been grinding up. We're working out pretty good. We're just moving right up. ES is moving just completely sideways here. I'm looking at Bookmap and it's sideways. There's really not much going on here. It's like we're waiting for something.
Yeah, I see that too. And I was showing, I'll pull this up real quick. Mine's not as pretty as yours, but oops, I lost my screen. Sorry, working off a laptop is insane. We do have like this little area here, and if we do engage this area, we're creating a higher low. And then I was saying that we have a couple relative equal lows down here, which are just weak areas of resistance. So then we have this unmitigated area where there's liquidity down there. So I love to see this kind of come up and then reject in that area. And then I can confidently get into shorts today. I don't know if it'll go down all the way here, but that would be awesome. I'd love to see that. But yeah, right now it's just like chop zone. So I wouldn't even feel confident taking along because I feel like there's too much things down below that I would want to see get engaged.
Yeah, and we're coming right up to our prior highs over here for the session on NQ.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's tricky. We are right at our sessions point of control right here. So we're neither above or below it. We're just sitting right at on ES right here, right at 587. Let's see on NQ where we're sitting. I believe it's right there also. We're very close.
If you guys learned something today, like the stream. Let us continue doing this and showing up for you guys. Likes or how we get there. So if you've learned something or you want to learn something, drop a like on the like button.
All right. So let's do this here. So, okay, we're just kind of waiting. We're in the chop zone right now. There will be some good things, I'm sure, coming up today. If we break black below, I'm with you, Abby, on potentially shorts here. I like it. I want to see how we react kind of at this 460 area, though, these prior highs on NQ. Yes, moving sideways. So let's go over. We're just going to go over to ES. I'm going to clean this up so there's nothing but fibs here. We're going to do nothing but fibs. And let's go to, we'll do a 1 hour chart. How about that?
The Discord spams, it is in the description below, but I will drop it because that's what I do. There's E8s, and here comes mine.
All right.
Oh.
So we're going to go all the way back to April here. All right. So it's a 1 hour chart. We're looking at higher time frame. And so this is how I like to start off. Really each week, each session, we zoom out and see what's going on the higher time frame. But just for the point of kind of showing how fibs work, let's go all the way back here. And so what we're going to do is we like to anchor from a low, and we always draw it from the left to the right. So we're going to anchor from this low right here, right there. I'm going to move my cursor just a little bit to the left so we can hit that just perfect. We'll turn magnet on too. So I'm going to anchor right there. And then what we're going to do is go up to that next high. I'm going to zoom in here. So hopefully we all can see this. Okay. So this is just day to day. So what we're going to do is anchor this here. So what happened here is we broke the 707, the 764 area in there. Those are kind of my invalidation points. So this draw right here is now invalidated. First one I drew up, invalidated. So what we're going to do is delete that one, but basically draw from the low to the high. Once these get invalidated, it's completely fine. And we just move on to the next one. So now we're going to draw from this low to this high. Now this one, we come down and we hit kind of that golden pocket area. And so what I like to do is I will enter a trade, usually in this golden pocket area, the 618, and I'll put my stop just below the 707, kind of at the 764. And what we'll do is we'll target back up to this 236, and then this 0 line, and our ultimate PT is going to be all the way up here at this 236. I also like to look for 1x this range. So 1x this range is going to be all the way up here, and that's what we hit the next day. So if we took this trade during this day, we would have entered down here at 71.66, would have taken 1 or 2 off at this 193, taken another off at 211, another off at this kind of ultimate PT here. And then if we're really looking bigger picture, we're looking for 1x that range, which takes us all the way up here. So now what we'll do,
so
let me know if there's questions
here's
here.
One for you. I got one for you.
Yeah.
So you're pulling a fib from the high and the low, but the next high is not printed. So how much are you allocating that stretch? Like,
So since we don't know what the next high is that kind of what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. So really what I'll do is I'll just trail it along with it. So what we'll do is
as you're printing more high.
As we're printing, yep. Expanding. I'd like to, so for example, this is right now, what we'll do, I guess this low is printed here, but if we were, yeah, this low's already printed. I see what you're saying. So usually, on the bigger picture stuff, we'll wait for our candle to start coming back down. So I'll anchor, these are 1 hours. So I'll anchor here, and we haven't had it come down yet since we're looking for a long here. And then this candle came in, we'll anchor up here. We're still not looking for a long yet. We're not looking for a long until we have a full retrace, right? So we can just walk this up candle by candle by candle until we get this retrace, right? And now we know, okay, there's an actual retrace there, and we can enter in there. Just like, right here, we don't know. Now we could draw a long off of here. We don't know that next candle. And so we'll draw up. There hasn't been a retrace. If we're looking for a continuation, we'd still be in this. There hasn't been a retrace yet. Just keep walking it up, and there hasn't been any retraces yet. And so that's kind of how I do it. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Guys, if you have questions in the chat, feel free to drop them.
Yeah, let me know. I'd be happy to answer.
And so Monday.
It is Monday.
I know, maybe next Monday. I don't know.
And then we're looking for, okay, so we have our top here. So what we can do is we can draw from the low here to the high. And we'll say, okay, does this, and this one's going to invalidate here. We're going to say, okay, does this, get the pullback? It invalidates. So if you had taken that long right there, you'd be stopped. You'd have a little bit of a bounce towards that 236. And that's where I really like to have the tight stops. And that makes it a little bit harder for trending markets, really. And so if we go back now to draw the short draw, this is where we're down here. We gapped up in the overnight right to that golden pocket. So we could short here, put our stop at this 764. You get chopped around all night long. And then right there, it would come right down to that 236. So really, you're looking at, if you enter at this 618, you're looking at risking about 18 points and you're targeting about 40. So it's usually about a 2R if you're looking at an R to R. Now, last time I said I don't do R to R trades, but I'm cognizant of it. So I'm not looking for trades just because it's a nice R to R. I want to be cognizant of it, so I'm not taking negative R to R trades. But when these play out every time, it's a 2-to-1 compared to what you get stopped. Now, how we mitigate that and make it even better is once we start getting momentum in our direction, like right here, if we entered, if we zoom in, if we entered right here at the 618, which is where I'm saying I like to at least take a starter position, we did come all the way down to this 236. So we can take risk off at this 382, at this 236. You don't have to hold this all the way to that ultimate PT. So what we'll do is we'll move our stops up. Once we level to level, you can move your stops up. You don't have to move your stops to break even, just risk less. And, if we moved this to this 236 or moved our stops to the 382, we hit that 236, you're still going to have a positive trade. No, you didn't get your 2-to-1 R to R trade, but we're cognizant, we'd be looking at order flow, so on and so forth. But really the point of this is just how to draw fibs. But that's how I'll play them. So let's go to more recent here. And so what we're looking at here is from this most recent low last Wednesday. Well, first, what we were looking at today when we did our pre-market was Friday's low, right? So what we had done was we drew Friday's low right here to the overnight high and said, okay, if this breaks the 707 to the 764 area, then we're no longer looking heavily at longs. This broke, this would not be a long draw on the fib. Now, however, we had this nice double bottom, this structure. This is where it's just a piece of the puzzle. It's just another tool. We have structure here. We had support here. And so we can look at order flow and say, okay, I do like the longs. Technically, this short or this long draw is broken. If we zoom out a little higher time frame though, and we draw from this low to our most recent high, what we're looking at here is our golden pocket, quote unquote, would be in this area right here between the halfway back and the 618. So there's about a 10-15 point range right here.
Yeah.
Where if this catches, now we're going to go back up most likely. Unless this knifes through, you're going to have, this will be a little trough of on our volume profile, an ICT, I believe it's fair value gap. I mean, there's going to be,
that's something that I have charted out too in a different strategy. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Again, we're all looking at the same
yeah.
picture through a different lens, really. So, looking at this, what I would love to see, now we can hold here. There's structure to the left. We can hold, not saying we're not gonna, we totally could hold here, but my perfect world would be we come down to 7,550 and then we bounce all the way up to 7,650. That's my perfect world. So when we look at doing swings and bigger picture trades, this is what we're looking at. So I like to take that high time frame and work our way back down. If we're looking intraday here, this could be our line today. We might not make lower lows today. Let's take a look at NQ real quick. Yeah, NQ is just grinding higher. So, and again, this is just ES. So, we go back a little bit further here. Most recent low to this high. And this one this is why I'll draw a lot of draws. This one, there we go. Only came down to that 382, still hit the target. So you don't always get a full retrace down to the halfway back. You don't always do it. That's a higher time frame, So if we look at from this Friday up though, this would be our actual nice play here, is if we drew this from Friday to Monday. We did get our golden pocket a couple days later, hit our fib target, overshot just a little bit. So, there's a little, I don't want to say artistic ability in where you anchor these things and where you draw them. That's why I like to draw multiple fibs. You don't want to draw it to see whatever picture you want to see, but you look at the most recent highs, lows, what's invalidated. I do like even this one here. This was from the 22nd. We draw from this low up to the session high, right? Okay, so we came right down right here. We came right to where that would have stopped us, right here. Now this doesn't work. I'm gonna say this does not work with not being able to swing with prop. But if you have a brokerage account and you can swing through the weekend, if you have a Forex account that allows you to swing, which I believe it's the E81 does, is that right?
So
there's a Forex one you can swing.
We're having a promotion soon of a new account that's going to allow you to hold trades overnight.
There you go.
Swing trade. Yeah.
Perfect.
Which will be a pro account, basically. It'll also be like 30% off. So
nice.
Look out for that probably in the next week or so.
Okay. Yeah. That would be awesome. So in that case, if you are using that account
and it's no payout caps.
you would be able to get in this long here. You would not have been stopped out, and you'd hold it over the weekend. And when we opened up, you would be up substantially pretty heavy. It went all the way up to the fib target, right? Then what we can do is we can say, okay, I'm going to take this or not, or take some off depending on how you've sized, which is why I like micros. You can scale in and scale out. I like that. And we can extend this fib draw all the way up to this prior high. Again, we'd just be walking this up, right? Candle by candle. Here's a high. Okay, then we made another high. We're looking for bigger moves here. We came all the way down to the halfway back. Again, you can enter right there on that halfway back, the 0.5 line, and start taking profit as we move up. You don't have to wait all the way for this ultimate target here. This your zero right here, you can take right there. And so we came back up. That's kind of like a double top, right? You don't always get that follow through. There's a double top, a triple top. But if you took it here on this double top area, we came right back down, halfway back again, take another profit, come back down to this halfway back golden pocket area, take it again, back up to your triple top, or even that full target. Not that you want to hold a trade. I'm not suggesting that. You don't want to hold a trade here. What is this? 6 days a week? You don't want to hold it a week. But there's many entries you can take just off of this one draw right here. You don't have to hold it that full target. That's where I'm saying, especially when you look at order flow, bigger picture, even smaller time frames, scale in, scale out. You could still have your initial entry here and just sell up here, rebuy, sell, rebuy, sell, rebuy, sell, and take that same trade 4 or 5 times. And so that's why I like to look at the higher time frame. I mean, this is over a week here, but higher time frame stuff. We can even zoom into the intraday. We'll go down to like a 15-minute chart, because I know we're not trading on hour charts, right? Like a lot of us are trading on 1 minute, 30 second, 5 minute. So here, let's go even do a 5 minute. All day long. Let's see, it's Friday. Let's go back to last Wednesday. Just Just for the heck of it.
While you're looking for that, guys, we actually dropped the pro account. So if you use code E8 or you use code Abby or Drew, you have one too, right?
UIE.
Yep. Use any of our codes and you can actually get 30% off of those pro accounts, which are the ones that you're able to hold overnight. No payout caps, no consistency rules, daily payouts. Yeah. So
I like that.
yeah,
that sounds so good.
I thought we did. I was just like, like, oh, like,
There we
why?
go. I like it. So here's on just Wednesday, just random day here. I'm just on a 5-minute. And so if we, this is pre-market, right? Hour before market opens. And we draw this short draw here from the high to the low. We came right up, right towards that halfway back, pretty close. And that's where I like to target. So I'll draw opposing draws. We target towards that halfway back. That's where we'll be looking at order flow. You know, again, support resistance, super easy stuff here. This prior support became our resistance. You know, we just look to the left. And so that came down, and you know, here we could have taken profit on that 236, the 0 line, technically like a double bottom, triple bottom type situation. It did end up going, I love it when this works out perfect. It went exactly to the tick to that 236 target. And so when we look at why does this work, you know, algos are running our markets, you know, and they're running math equations and stuff. Here's the back end of that. You know, we went right to the tick. And so they've been using fibs. Big Money's been using fibs for a long time. That's why I wanted to learn them. And you see it just go, it respects these levels so well.
Yeah.
So
and remember, guys, like algorithms are robots that are coded by people. So they have to code them to something. So they're using all the same strategies. It's just coded in.
Yep. And then they say, hey, how can we mess with people's emotions? Because they have no emotion. So they might go a little bit past, you know, some of these spots. And so that's why a traditional fib is a 707. And so what
you want to prove your settings on your fib?
Sure.
Yeah. You said sure.
No.
No, I wouldn't know to myself.
Yeah.
To, but yeah.
So I've got my 0 line. Here, let me clean this up just a little bit.
Guys, this is exclusive information. You better like the channel.
You better like this. So, yep. So we've got our 0 line, our 382, 618, our 1, and then our negative 236. That's really the main ones right there is what I rely on. Oh, and the halfway back, the 0.5. Yeah. So, and then the 707. And so those are really the main ones I rely on. That's where I'm saying, like, you know, 707 is the traditional draw. That's why I like to give it just a little bit more past that for my stops, because in the past, the amount of times I would be stopped out just by 10 points on NQ or even a point or two on ES. It was like, what is going on here? It's because I was running it kind of the traditional way. So you need to give your stuff just a little bit of room to breathe. That's where the sizing comes in. You know, you don't want to oversize and be constantly getting stopped out. So then I like to look at the -1, you know, it's 1 times the range, and then the 786. One of the cool things I like to do, you know, and that 1 times the range thing, if we go, let's go to a 4-hour. I don't even need a 4-hour chart. We'll do a daily, big picture stuff. So what I like to do here is we'll go 1x the range. So if we look at this last sell-off here, this, actually, I like it better on NQ. We'll do NQ. ES is cool too. Let me clear all this out. All these lines, they all mean something. Here, we'll clean this up.
In all this time that we're sitting here giving this information, the market has genuinely done nothing.
No, I'm watching the market too. And again, no position is a position. I hate that this happened on Friday too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I swear I take trades. There's no reason to take a bad setup. You know, if I can get a good setup, that's the other thing. I'll get in this thing and I can hold it all day long. It's fine. And so it can be boring. I don't want to say trading should be boring, but it can be boring. So,
Yeah. I mean, boring trading is probably better than spiking your heart rate or declining.
It is. Having to do box breathing just to get through the day.
Yep.
So I'm going to draw this backwards just to make a point here with that 1x the range. But this was our sell-off right here this year. So this is October right here where my line is. This is January, okay? We had a nice double top, all right? And this fibbed out perfectly. It really did. And so I know this looks, they're daily candles and it looks like a lot here, but when we just do our standard fib from this high to this low on the daily candles, right? We came up right to our golden pocket, and that's where we kept hitting our head over and over again. And we ended up finally breaking down to our fib target. But the cool thing about fibs, everything's math on this, and the world likes balance. So if I'm going to draw it backwards. I know this is completely wrong, just so I can get my one line. But what I was looking for in this range, I called out kind of the top on purpose, but it was 1x this range, right? So we came down to from 26,350 down to 22,950. And what's very interesting, at least to me, is this same distance is our one line. That is where we hit our head perfectly. So this whole sell-off that happened, God, what is this? 62 days of slowly grinding down. We bought all that back up right to an equal distant move up. And we did it in 45 days, 30% up on NASDAQ right there. And, you know, when we're looking at what can this do, our first resistance point is going to be this 0 line and then keep going. Now, when this reversed, nobody got into this reversal right away, I will say, you know, because we're like, okay, is this just walking itself down? But when we look at this fib from this high, or from this low to this high, this candle right here, I know there's so many ways we can talk about candles and stuff, but this hammer, we came right down to this halfway back. We whipped that perfectly. And then that was kind of my signal that, okay, we're just going to start going up here. If we anchored from this low again, right here, came right down to golden pocket, next level up. When we draw from this low here on this candle, again, they're daily candles. These 3 days, we came down halfway back, leveled right up, and we've just been walking up. You know, if we broke this down to a 15-minute, you could see kind of these curves where they come down, but it's just walking it just right back up. And so that's what we've been doing.
If you had to pick, like, okay, say you just trade Fibonacci's, if you had to pick a time frame, what would you say is your favorite time frame to trade them?
2 minutes.
2 minutes?
Yeah, right. But you have to know the big picture. That's the biggest thing. You have to know the big picture. I love my 2 and 3 minute charts. But I'd probably say 3 minutes.
Like a VWAPs or something. I'm going back and I'm looking at the 1 hour, I'm looking at the 15 minute, and seeing how it aligns, maybe a daily chart, and then I'm trading on the 1 minute. So is that kind of your vibe with us? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I could draw them the exact same way off of a 3 minute. I just don't want to look at all the candles on the chart. So, you know, if I had to pick one time frame period and never anything else, I'd pick a 3 minute.
So we got a couple questions in the chat too. When can we expect a massive drop if we are on the all-time high market? True.
When?
Yeah. When?
You never can.
We're now, what do you call it? Mind readers or market readers.
Yeah, no, you can never expect it. We're extended. That's where we are. Honestly, we're extended. I would have, for me personally, I'm a little bit of a bear, and I guess everybody in my community kind of knows this. So I have a hard time being like, yeah, this will just keep going forever. It can keep going forever though. They don't care what you think or what you feel. So
I like quick.
It'll keep going forever.
For fear, not questionable all-time highs and more all-time highs.
Yeah, I mean, we can keep going. I mean,
I know. It's
again, picking the
really
top's an expensive game.
Somebody asked earlier about like, where do you learn TradingView? I said a YouTube video, and it says YouTube's my BFF, but curious how Drew got so good. So do you have any advice on how you learn TradingView?
So YouTube a bit, playing around with it a lot. It's hard because I've been looking at TradingView now for 10 years. And so where did I learn? I really think I started with YouTube. And then, like I said, I know there's so much on the chart going on. It's a lot, but it was me adding one little thing at a time or taking out one thing at a time. I don't like to add a whole bunch of things to a strategy or indicators or anything to anything all at once. Add one thing. If it makes it work for you, you can see things clearer, keep it. If not, take it out, use it for a few weeks. If you want to, every now and then somebody introduces me to something else and I like to try it for a little bit of time. But as far as learning TradingView, it's time in the seat. I hate to be that way, but it's time in the seat. It's watch a YouTube video if you don't know. Amazing with AI what you can look up, and just say, hey, these are the things I'm using. What would you add or take away? And, or what conflicts, and, or how can I look at this differently or better on TradingView, and use that to help you a little bit. I know that's one of the things in our community that I get a lot of questions about is TradingView. And I'll sit with somebody for, an hour and say, okay, let's set up your charts. We'll share screens. We set up charts. And, that's another thing we've talked about, even doing like a weekend class on over there, is just say, okay, bring all your questions. We'll walk through a whole chart setup because, all of mine are in templates now. You just click one and there you go.
I template things too. Sometimes it's just easier if you have it set and then, but also guys, like every single option in your toolbar, if you really wanted to dive in, you could just look up what each one is, because if you click the fib, you're going to see the Fibonacci, right? It's going to tell you that's the indicator. You can go on YouTube and you can look it up. You don't need to use all of these, but you could truly just understand everything and understand how each one of them work, because every one of these prop firms and every one of these brokers and everything, they all use the same tools. So understanding the tools might be your first step to understanding what strategy you use. But again, we stress this, don't overcomplicate it. Keep it simple, like just have one or two things that you have and then understand everything else going on for Confluence. Let's see. We do have like a few more minutes.
Okay. Yeah.
If there's any like super VIP stuff that you like want to talk about or want people to know, or guys, if you have questions, we have them for a few more minutes. So drop those questions in the chat if you haven't already. Like the video.
Yeah. Any questions, I'm happy to answer. It is interesting. We're watching ES just move sideways here, and NQ's just, we're kind of at this prior structure here to the left we were talking about. And it's NQ's just going. So, there are days that it's like, man, NQ was the winner today, and I'm watching ES moving sideways. There's nothing here on ES. But if we were looking at NQ, we would have been along and just kept going here. This has been beautiful. And again, the 3 minute here, I've got nothing else up on my chart over here on the right with NQ. But this right here was the long opportunity. We had our double bottom. Again, could have taken that as a double bottom. I know some people do, but what I like to see is let's catch our support, have our pullback. We come up to this first red candle here. We came right to our halfway back, and we're just launched right to the nearly that fib target, just on that 1 3 minute candle, and she's just going. So that's how that plays out today. NQ's the winner as far as having trades to take. ES here is just being a dog right now, but that's okay.
I'm gonna quickly drop his Discord community because I see somebody in the chat asking. Give me 1 second. I'll drop that link. All of his socials are down below: YouTube, Instagram, X. So get in there. Get in there. All right. So another thing though, somebody wants to know if you use PineScript to make your own indicators. Personally, I use Claude and PineScript.
Oh. I am not the coding guy. I've got a guy over in the community, a couple of them actually, that are really good at it. And so we'll just have little brainstorming sessions and say, okay, we want this. This will make it easier. I'm not the coding guy. I will never claim to be good at that. It isn't me. But we have guys that do it and they love it, and it's amazing what they can do. And so we have a lot of a lot of indicators in our community that are custom made for us. We have ones that are for kind of the strategy that I teach, and it's just to us. And so we have had that made up. That way we don't have to do as much manual charting. It's absolutely amazing. We have one indicator that's specifically for reversals, and I love this story. There was a guy having a hard time finding success with this stuff and had like 10 things on his chart. Not that I wanted to speak, I've got a lot going on, but he just needed some direction on what to look at. And I said, okay, delete everything on your chart, run this indicator, do nothing but that strictly. And he turned profitable in like 2 weeks. I'm like, oh my God, got his first payout. I'm like,
simplifying it. Knowing it is great, but simplify it. I dropped the new E8 account link for the person in the chat that was asking.
Awesome. I'm going to check that out right after this. That's amazing.
Let me see real quick where we're sitting at likewise. 45. If we get to like 55, I can run a giveaway. Or 4. I did promise that I'd run double the amount. We didn't have time. We were literally just so tied up talking about all this stuff. So guys, drop a like. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, awesome. Well, it's been amazing having you on. Obviously, you don't have to stay through the giveaway part if you don't want to.
Let's see some people win some stuff.
Yeah, great. That's
do it.
Love it. Okay. And how you're going to join it is just going into my Discord. The link is below in the chat. I'm going to drop it real quick. Join E8s if you'd like updates, exclusive promos to different accounts that, we also will talk about live stream and drop when we're doing our live streams and stuff. So join our account. But for today, hopefully this is the last day we have to do this. Technical issues. We're going to run the giveaway through my Discord. So go ahead and get in there. Alrighty. All right. So this is always a struggle, but I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Oh, what a day. See this imbalance up here? I feel like we're going to tap into that and then start selling off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's also prior highs. Or was it 537 areas prior highs? So
yeah. I don't know. Like I want to see like lower highs printed, but who knows? We could just crush through because it's just one of those days where Mondays, no news, trends. All right. How do I do this? Discord. So yeah, guys, go to my Discord. I just dropped the link in the chat. You are going to join, verify, and then I'm going to go ahead and create a code. Go to the giveaway channel. We're going to go create code. Let's call it Drew. All right. So in order to join this right quick, you're going to go to the giveaway channel in my Discord after you verify, and you're going to click the purple button one time, and you're going to write Drew. It can be capital, it can be not capital. And then, you should be entered. If you do it more than once, it's not really going to make a difference. So don't do that. You have to be on stream to collect also. Don't play around. Let me see if I can do some giveaways. If you're in a country where you cannot use the new accounts, then we can work out a futures account. Or if you just don't trade Forex or crypto and you prefer a futures account, no problem. We can do that as well. Just let me know. But I'm going to do giveaways on the new accounts, the pro accounts, no payout caps, no consistency. You can hold it overnight. Yeah, let's do 4 of those. All right, guys. You have 2 minutes to enter. 2 minutes to enter, and we'll run the giveaway. And we should do. What do you think we should do, Drew? Like first place, last place, and
yes,
and like maybe like a second, third place, where we don't do first place. I don't know. Like whenever people would run these giveaways, and I'd be a new trader, like in the thing, just watching, I'm like, I'll never win. I'll literally just be last place. So I like to give more opportunity there.
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
I've been lucky with stuff, I guess.
You?
Oh yes. Oh yeah.
Them?
Yeah. I won. What was it? I won $1,000 once on one,
Yeah.
500 on another, and then just tons of accounts. It's like, I don't know.
That's insane. You.
It's so bad. It's kind of a joke. You sign up for anything and you win.
I mean, that's awesome. I've won one thing literally ever, and it was recently. But I kept telling myself this mindset thing. You have to be in the right mindset to receive.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then I got booked for this TV show that's around trading, and it's just, life is getting really weird. And I'm in Miami for the weekend. I was telling Ken this morning, yesterday I got taken up in a plane, and then I was flying the plane over the Florida Keys. There was a rainbow in the sky. Today I'm getting on a private jet, and they have like a lemur, and like life out here is insane.
Yeah, it is. No, you just have to. I mean, mindset's everything.
Yeah.
It's always like, I'm gonna win this, and then you're like, oh crap, I did. Now what?
Oh yeah. So we have 30 people watching right now, and we have 50 likes. I want to see more likes on this before I actually run any giveaways. Let's hit the like button if you haven't already. Send it to your mother, your brother, your sister. 31.
Just, manifest it. Yep.
Yes, exactly. Manifest it hard. Okay. Let me see. All right. I'm going to close this up right now. If you haven't already, you better type it. Okay. I don't even know what I'm sharing screen, aren't I? Okay. Let's do our little duck race. How many seconds?
Ooh, I love duck race.
Me too. Let's see if my computer wants to like be weird and crash. How many seconds do you think we should do?
Ooh. Let's do 45. Anticipation.
45. All right, so we'll go export entries. Alrighty, nice. So the best thing about these streams, y'all, is like we're new, and if you tune in every day, you're gonna have very high odds of winning, because there was one day it was like 6 people were live, and so everybody, all the homies won. Literally all the homies.
I love it.
Yes. All right. Brain, how do I get rid of this ad? Please go away. Oh. I don't want to click learn more. Leave me alone. Okay. Let's set. Nope. What did I do here? Yo, my brain is operating right now at negative speed.
Need some coffee.
Oh, I've just had like 4 shots of espresso.
Amazing.
Yeah. I'm running on 3 hours of sleep. All right, you guys have a 1 in 36 chance. That's like crazy odds because we're doing 4 accounts right now. So technically you have like a 1 in 12 chance. I don't know if that's proper math, but all right, 45 seconds. We're gonna start off with first and last place in the first race. First and last place are gonna take home an account. The way that you'll collect is just by DMing me on Discord, and you have to create an account with E8 Markets first, and then send me that email. All right, ready?
There's your market.
Here we go. You said the market.
Yeah, just went nuts.
Oh yeah. Now watch. It's gonna reject. Hold on. I gotta double watch. Double watch.
Sorry.
Flip for short.
Yeah, let's go.
It would be right when I'm like in this race right now, you know?
So one of my, I guess, bread and butter favorite trades is right now at the 11:30 Eastern. It's our London close. That's what we just had. So that's just like the best time. I know a lot of people do opening range. I like some closing ranges, and this is the one.
I'm multitasking right now. All right, who's got it? Who do you think got it? Oh, Lalit, you're gonna have to be present for this. DM me, create an E8 account, and then DM me your email for that E8 account. I just realized also we can't even like. We're just gonna run 4 races because
it only picks one.
Yeah, I need a pen. Right now. All right, everybody, put in your bets. Are we gonna respect this number or no? I really think that we are gonna reject right out of this instead. For LS, let's go. All right, so we got 4 LS reality. Love the name I can read. All right. Number 3. This is so funny. We should have gone less seconds because we're doing 4 races.
I know, maybe, do 10 seconds.
Oopsies.
At least it's not like 5 minutes or something crazy.
Also, why is it? Hello, we don't need some quacky quacks. I gotta send you the calendar link, and then if you want to pick a day on your own time that's not Monday or Friday.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah. Alrighty, let's see. You know, it's funny. It always starts off where somebody's winning, and then all of a sudden they just get.
Oh, Savory just came in.
089. Do you live in that area code? Okay, I'm writing these down. So, in order to collect, again, create an E8 account, and then you're going to DM me that email. And if your Discord does not match this name, like you're not collecting the thingy, that's the information. Right? All right, last one. Let's make our bets. Oh, if you already won, by the way, you can't win again. Our Derek, Bushido, Uncle Travis. Let's see. I want the pink duck back here in the back. Wait. La Liet. That's the one that won, right? Coming in for the kill right now. Let's go. 03. Love that. Crypto guy. Web3. H2O. You know he's hydrated over there. Web03. H2O. All right, perfect. All right, guys. Well, that was actually subpar. Just kidding. We need to do like the 10-second one. Just go crazy.
Yeah, I think that many.
This is kind of what I'm hoping for today. If we, don't start breaking these highs over here to the left, I would expect something like that. But that's just me. Unfortunately, off the charts for the rest of the day because I have a few minutes to get out of here. All right, guys. Again,
hey, thank you.
All of Drew's information down below, his Instagram, his YouTube, and X. There's so many social medias these days. Thank you so much for coming on again.
Of course.
Everybody learned a lot. So guys, if you got to learn from this, please like the video and go follow Drew. He's amazing.
Hey, thank you guys. Catch you later.
All right. Bye, guys.
See ya.
Bye.
Have a good one, guys. Bye.